Good morning, church. Thank you for joining us for our daily Devo. Today we're in Matthew chapter 19, verses 1 to 15, but we're going to center on that largest first section when Jesus talks about marriage and divorce. Now, to understand this, you really need the context. You need to understand that the Pharisees weren't coming to Jesus because they honestly wanted answers. They wanted insight. They were coming to him to trap him. It says that some Pharisees came and tried to trap him with this question. What was the question? It had to do, when could a husband divorce his wife? See, in that day, there were two major beliefs led by two different Pharisees. One held a view of marriage that was very destructive, especially unfair to women. And that would be, if a wife did anything to displease her husband, she could be divorced. So she burns the toast, divorced. Putting on some weight, divorce. Bad tone, divorce. It really put women in this terrorized view that they could do the smallest thing and be cast out on the street and be divorced. And it gave power to men that shouldn't be there. And then there was another view that marriage could only be ended if it was immorality. The word porneia is used, and it can mean adultery, but it means impurity. As a matter of fact, even under that, there was discussion. Some said that could only happen in the betrothal period. Others, it could only happen with someone, who was from another nation that you married. And there was even arguments over the definition of that. See, what the Pharisees wanted to do is pin Jesus to make a decision. And as soon as he did, he knew some people would disagree and they could move those people away from Jesus. Again, they wanted to isolate him. They wanted to take away his influence. But Jesus wisely didn't allow himself to be drawn into an argument about a divorce. Instead, he draws attention back to the very beginning, to God's origin and his plan. He reminds us that marriage is two becoming one. It's not a mere merging of lives or a sharing of resources. It's a profound union, knitting together by God himself. What God has joined together, he says, no man should put asunder. No man should separate. See, these words are beyond human comprehension. Now think about it. In the world we live in today, contracts are easily broken. From business deals to promises made in passing, we make commitments that may or may not be honored. But Jesus calls us to see marriage differently, not a temporary contract contingent on circumstances or emotions. It's a covenant, a binding promise made before God where we say, I do. We're not just committing to our spouse, but we're entering into a sacred bond overseen by our Creator. Imagine the world where this perspective would be embraced. A world where couples approach marriage with a reverence, recognizing the divine origin. What a difference it would make. Commitments would run deep. Understanding would replace a transcendent emotions. Love would be a choice, not just a feeling, something that you fall into. So today, whether you're married or single, whether you're in a marriage or you're healing from a broken one, can I urge you to see marriage through Jesus' eyes, to understand the sanctity and the weight that it carries? Let's embrace what it truly is, a beautiful divine covenant that God smiles on, that is to take two lives and to unite them to be one. So rather than trying to parse out what is right and what is wrong and lower the view of marriage, let's raise it to what God wanted it to be. A permanent relation between two that reflect his love, that allow a couple to be unified with him, with each other, a bond that's unique and strong. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for our daily Devo. I hope you'll continue, and I hope you have a blessed day.